I got to get this from Guy Reschenthaler, Republican congressman who has been kind enough to join us. Good morning, sir. How are you, Guy?
Good morning, Marty. Thanks for having me on. I was in a meeting about this exact topic. Come back to my office. You shot me a text, and I was like, of course I'll come on and talk. This is a big development. It's really important. And Marty, if I can just put this in perspective in terms of dollars and cents, Russia gets $7 million a day. $7 million a day from oil sales from the United States, the UK, and the EU. So depriving them of that revenue stream is incredibly significant, especially when that revenue stream is being used to fund the war in Ukraine.
So, Guy, you embrace this. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you embrace this, do you not, sir?
Oh, absolutely. Marty, I've been calling for this for the last 2 weeks now. I actually remember I was saying that we should have sanctions in place before the Russians invaded. Now, look, we can't do anything, and we can't go back in time. I wish we would have had these in place previously. But right now, it's a huge step in the right direction. I do have to say, though, we should be supplying. I also was calling for Stinger missiles, Javelin missiles, small arms to wage a guerrilla war, body armor, et cetera, well before the invasion as well. But look, I don't think this is too little too late. It's a big step in the right direction. What I would say we need to do, though, is I think that we need to establish a no-fly zone over Ukraine so the Ukrainians can have free access to the airspace to launch their counteroffensive against the Russians. Unfortunately, I'm in a minority on that view in Congress, but I think it will come to that because we've got to deprive the Russians of air superiority if the Ukrainians are going to have a chance of withholding any longer.
All right, Congressman Reschenthaler joining me.
Yeah.
So many issues you addressed. 17,000 anti-tank weapons in 6 days. That's actually amazing, right?
It is. Marty, I don't want to discount what we're doing. It's a step in the right direction. I still think we can do more, though, and I think we should and need to if Ukraine is going to survive.
All right, so by the way, you stepped on it when you said there's no fly zone, because I got to be honest with you. Every single person from inside Ukraine, these are moms and dads that are sending me videos and texts, are begging for no fly zone. However, all the military analysts on this show, the best of the best, and fellow Republicans are saying, no way. You're stepping into World War III. What do you say, sir?
We don't. So I understand that I'm in a minority opinion with even in the Republican Party. Granted, and I fully acknowledge that. However, I don't think we have another option. If we don't maintain air superiority over Ukraine for our allies on the ground, it's just a matter of time before Ukraine falls. If we want to stop the human casualties, the human rights violations, we have got to go in, at least to establish a no-fly zone. I'm not talking boots on the ground, but I am saying making sure that the Russians don't have air superiority. So look, I hate to say this, I've been right on the sanctions.
Right.
I've been right on supplying Javelin missiles and Stingers. I've just been 2 weeks ahead of everybody else. I am telling you, if this continues, we've got to have a no-fly zone, and I'm perfectly comfortable being 2 weeks ahead of the mainstream. But we've got to do this if we want to stop the carnage.
Hey, Congressman, some would argue that it's kind of semantics. If we're going to give MiG fighters to Ukraine, and then we're going to give F-16s to replace them to Poland, that we are involved. I mean, isn't it just semantics? Aren't we in the dance now, sir?
We are involved, and we should be involved. And Marty, please just call me Guy. And I'll tell you why we should be involved here. It's because the world is safer and the United States is safer when we have free markets and free nations, democratic governments around the globe. And we cannot allow an authoritarian regime to roll over a democratic ally in Central Europe because it will never stop. You're already seeing Iran firing missiles into Israel. You're already seeing the Chinese Communist Party flying planes over Taiwanese airspace. If we acquiesce, if we allow aggression from Russia to continue, it will invite more aggression from other dictators around the world. And we are already involved. The fact that we're supplying more material and support, that we're involved in sanctions, we're involved. So now we should have that no-fly zone to give the Ukrainians a chance to fight back and repel this attack. And I'm very comfortable saying that.
Congressman, appreciate you, man. Thanks for your honesty. You're on top of it.
Take care. Have a good one.